What's up, y'all? So right now I am giving everybody time to jump in. Like I said, today I'm gonna be starting this new live series. I plan to go live every so often and just drop some knowledge, like I said, today I'll be talking about how I'm able to get higher paying clients, right? What it takes to get higher paying clients, what it takes to get celebrity clients, and what it takes to get corporate clients. So I know a lot of my followers are music videographers, and I get the question all the time, what do I do to get corporate? How is it with corporate clients? And what do I do to get paid more? So that's all things that I'll be going over today. Like I said, I'm just giving everybody time to get in. So I'll start by introducing myself for the people who aren't that close to me, right? So I grew up playing basketball my whole life. I played high school, college, overseas. I played a year in Germany. That was a great experience. And I've had this production company going on about like 3 years now. And the only way I've been able to get this far is from business coaches. So, business coaches have really changed my life. They showed me how to get quality production, how to just scale up, how to work with a team. There's tons of things that have helped me just scale up so far. And I'm definitely grateful for that. Like I said, what really made me transition from basketball was pretty much I didn't like how when the money got involved, they started treating you like an animal. They don't care about the competition anymore. So I was a competitor. So fast forward, I decided I need to start training to, get away from playing overseas and, make an income. So I started shooting videos for my basketball training. My social media started going up. I invested in professional video and it just went crazy. So I was like, all right, if it can do this for me, I know it can do it for others. So I invested more into equipment, into just everything, learning the skill of how to get quality production, and it paid off. Like I said, that first business coach, I made my money back. I spent about $3,000 to $4,000 at the time that I didn't really have on that coach. I made that money back within like the first 2 months. So that's my backstory right now. I'm doing 6 figures for my production company. I got a full-time editor, a production manager, and then contractors just, all over. Our business model is, project management. So I got people in, you can come in. I got people in Los Angeles. That's one of my main hubs. New York. All people I've exactly worked with, crews I can get stuff done. So I got a lot of national clients, right? So people who are like, oh, we got an LA crew. We don't really want to fly them all the way out to Atlanta. So we'll handle things like that. But headquartered here in Atlanta. So that's pretty much how that's going. It's been going very well. I would say right now we're about 50% music video, 50% corporate, a lot of documentaries, commercials, different things like that. So that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And, when I first started production, I probably, the very first video I really did as for a client, I think she spent like $350 for 6 videos. And I had to go back and re-edit so much. It was bad. The lighting was bad. But I kept learning. I was the type, I had that work ethic, and I just kept going. I wanted to get better. So, and like I said, my first few projects were a couple $100, $400, $500. And that was cool at first until I got with the business coach, and he was telling me you should not do a project really full service from pre-production, production to post-production under $1,500. And I was like, what, how do I get there? How do I do that? And pretty much what it takes work. Presentation, first impression is everything. So how you appeal, if you notice, in my social media, award winning, boom, all my accolades are there, just from my photography, from my website, my marketing, everything looks higher end. So I attract the higher end clientele. So your branding, your appearance is very big when it comes to getting higher paying clients. The biggest thing that he had me do was work on my reel. So pretty much my show reel, what he had me do is like, hey, if you want to attract corporate clients and all you have is music video projects, they're just not going to magically come out of nowhere And if they do, they're probably not the greatest client, right? So it's the same thing as like, if you have heart problems, right? Are you gonna go to a foot doctor or are you gonna go to a heart doctor? You want to go to that heart doctor. So pretty much he had me scheduled. I had to shoot for free. So many hours I put into getting that content. So I would definitely say, let's say you want to get into corporate, or you want to get, like, maybe you're shooting music videos for like $500, $1,000, right? What you have to do is invest in yourself. So a lot of time, what I did to make it to the next level in music videos and corporate, let's say I did get $1,000 budget. Okay, if I keep just shooting videos that look like they're worth $1,000, that's all I'm gonna get. I might inch up over time, but what I did, I took some of that budget and said, hey, I'm not gonna take a profit right now. I'm gonna invest in myself, right? So I invested in equipment, crew. I didn't take a profit, and I took that $1,000. Okay, boom, let's make it look like $3,000 went in. Boom, same thing from the 3, invested in myself, different things like that. Invested in myself, making sure I can show, all right, if this is what you want, I can do it. So I had to invest in, really, I wouldn't even call it faking it until you make it. You just had to make some sacrifices, right? And then once again, along with the higher paying clients, is the more money people are paying, they really want experts, right? So it's not good enough to just be like, yeah, I got this red camera, I got this 4K camera, it shoots great quality, look at my videos, you want one, right? That's not good enough. That's not gonna cut it. They want to be able to trust that you know their industry, right? And you can give them knowledge, and you've been doing this for a while, you can help them. So for instance, a way that I always get higher paying clients, or I win bids, is when I teach them something, right? So for instance, we work with nonprofits a lot, right? So with my nonprofits, I let them know, all right, this is what it takes to gain funding, this type of video. And I let them know, hey, did you know about these grants? Did you know about, all these different services? And, this video is good, but from the videos that we've shot and what works, this is what will work. And a lot of times I get a response like, oh, I never thought of that. I never really knew that this can help me, right? I see Nyasha, she's one of the nonprofits that we worked with. Her video is beautiful. So, when you can teach a client something, show them that you're an expert, it's a no-brainer, right? And it's like, wow, I didn't know my video could go to the next level like this. You're always going to get that higher paying client. And another way is being able to talk their language, right? So one thing, and like I said, I know I got some people that shoot music videos. I think Rob Beats in here does music videos. So one thing that's important is like, okay, well, if I know I'm working with celebrity clients or big sets, what's the difference, or what's the difference between low-end commercials on a little DSLR and the big commercials, right? That's lighting, that's remote monitors. Hey, we can bring in a monitoring setup for your team members. When you're working with people, they got labels that want to watch the feed, execs that want to watch the feed. Set that up for them. It's about luxury care, right? And letting them know that there's not going to be any room for error, right? The thing is, the higher up you get, the more expert you are, there's a lot less room for error. So if you can prove to people that there's not going to be any hiccups, and if there are, you have backups for it, you're going to excel, right? So if you go on my quote form, right, you can tell that I've shot a lot of music videos, because it's like, okay, do you need makeup? Do you need wardrobe? Do you need an art director, DP? Are you looking for Steadicam? Are you looking for these lights, this camera, right? So we can talk that talk. They have confidence in you. So it's about that confidence, right? And the next thing, before I move on to the next topic, right, the next thing with getting higher paying clients is knowing that, think about it, right? If you've ever invested a ton of money into something, what are you trying to do? Most people are trying to get the cheapest deal, right? That's human nature. They want to get the cheapest deal. So a lot of people, they may come to you. I've had this happen. They're like, hey, I got $700 to $1,000. What can I do, right? Once again, showed them, what's up, all my new people coming in, right? Showed them, all right, well, you got $700 to $1,000, that's cool, right? But here's what you can get for this price, and here's how this will make your video so much better. And a strategy that I always do when I'm sending out my proposals and different things like that, I give them 3 options, right? And it's kind of like that shiny object that people love to go for, right? I'll send them a standard, a premium, and a deluxe, okay? So depending on how they talk to me, if they say, I don't really have too much, we're looking to save a lot with this, I might give them something a little lower than their budget, something, right at the peak of their budget, and then something way out of it, and just show them the difference, right? And a lot of times people go for that deluxe option just because it's like, wow, why would I go for less if this is what I can get? And I actually have this money. I trust this person. I actually have this money. It's a no-brainer. So that's another way to get higher paying clients. And, I'm trying to keep it quick here so I don't just keep you guys on here forever, but it's so much to it. That's why I'll keep doing these lives. I got a course coming out, so just stay tuned. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But as far as breaking everything down, everything, I charge for everything from the drive there, prepping the equipment. If we got to email back and forth and I got to be on the phone with them a lot, that's $75 an hour. Casting calls, the call sheet, all of that takes time, and they respect it when you're like, okay, you've done this before, your time is valuable, right? So when you list that out, right, I'm listing out my proposal, I'm listing, okay, well, boom, this is what you want for pre-production, this is how many hours it's going to take. A lot of time my pre-production is minimum 4 hours, right? I've had, bigger, if it gets to a crazy music video, it can be 20, 40 hours, right? Boom. Next, production. I'm charging them for the hard drives if they want that hard drive after. This is how you can get, it just got to make sense, right? People have the money, but if it doesn't make sense, they're not going to buy. If they're confused, you're like, hey, you get a 4K camera, I'm going to think about the shots and I'm going to edit it and it's going to look good. Okay, I like to talking to them, I might give them 2,000, but if you're like, this is going to be this, and this, you need to do it this way, these days, I'll be here then, I'll let you know all of this, they're going to throw their money at you, right? So it's all about the way you approach yourself and positioning yourself as an expert, right? So all of those things are important. You can list out all of that. Write contracts. If you're on here and you're not doing contracts, first off, you're going to get burned if you're not doing contracts. Use Honeybook. I got a link in my bio to get the service. Whatever it is to send out proposals, get your payments through debit card, everything. People need to trust you, right? The people with the money, they're working with people that they want to trust, right? So have good processes. That's another thing. Processes, systems, right? It's like, okay, boom. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a call. The calls usually go like this. I'm going to ask you a few questions. We can follow up. I'll send you a proposal. From there, we'll follow up and have that entry call if you decide to choose us. And then from there, it might be 1 to 2 weeks for your edit, right? Let them know, have processes. They'll trust you more. It's all about building that trust, right? So that's really how you get higher paying clients, to sum that all up, processes and systems, show that you're an expert, increase your reel. If you shot 50 videos on your portfolio, only show the 5 best ones, right? Put good quality content out and just keep showing that good quality content. Marketing and branding, that's all important, right? And this is going to tie into, for my people that want to know, okay, how do I get more corporate clients? It really ties into, what's up, Atlanta Media Factor? What's up, Adrian? I see you. It really ties into, right? Okay, so I want to, and you really got to pick. You can't just shoot for everybody. You got to pick. Do I want to do fashion product videos? Do I want to do manufacturing videos? You don't have to limit yourself, but as far as what you put all your energy into, pick a lane and just take off, right? So for this example, we're going to say fashion product videos, right? Okay, so I want to start working with them. Once again, have that portfolio, and presentation is everything. For my guys, I love y'all that shoot the music videos. You like to sag on set, have gold chains. You like to, come in smelling like weed. You cannot do that with corporate clients. You can be yourself, but it's all about presentation. It's a whole different ball game. So from the way your website is done, watch your social media. They check your social media. I check my social media. When I say, oh, I'm about to spend $5,000 on a website design, a web designer. Oh, his name is Derick Pope. Cool, let me check this LinkedIn, his Instagram. All right, when you're making big investments, you're going to do research on the people that you're working with. So make sure that all of that is airtight. You're a business, first off. If you want this call, my knowledge that I drop is for people who want to make more, but they also want to build a business. That's what I'm about, building a business and having structure, right? So there's no just, I pull up by myself or just all that stuff. Present everything with a nice business. We send contracts. We have a nice website. Invest in your website. Not, just DM me and we'll talk back and forth. Have them schedule a call. Be legit, right? Show that you're an expert in your field. That's how you'll get better clientele, okay? And then as far as, like I said, once again with the corporate, you get more corporate, right? When you get on that phone with them, right? And you know how their system works, okay? For a corporate example, sometimes I got to go through 5 people. I got to go through the marketing director, the CEO, communications director. So you just got to talk that language and say, okay, hey guys, I'm going to send this out to you. We have an intro deck or something about us. Send it out to the team. Let us know who's the decision maker, different things like that. Talking that lingo, knowing they feel comfortable that you work. They feel comfortable knowing, okay, he's worked with corporate before. He knows that I'm the marketing director and I got decision makers above me, right? And the thing that helps, right? So let's say if you want to get into that industry, if you pick the fashion product industry, learn that industry, what works. Okay, 60-second ad videos, kill it, because it's all about making money, right? All these videos are investments. Music videos, they're investing in getting more followers, more listens, more streams. Corporate, they're doing this video because it's going to teach somebody about a new product that they have and they want to get sales. So if you are telling them, hey, this is how we'll make you more money, right? I can make you more money and I can make sure there's no hiccups in this production. You got them, right? So make sure that you're focused on that, talking the lingo, knowing the industry, and having not faking it. You don't have to be whitewashed or anything like that, but just have a confident presentation, not, what's up, what you trying to do? No, that's dead, right? So moving on to my next topic, right, is, like I said, I'm going to jump into this next topic, then open it up for like question and answer and everything. A lot of people want to know how to get celebrity clients. Should you do free work for celebrity clients? That's a big thing that, if you can, everybody's like, I want to stamp my portfolio with, celebrity clients. Okay, cool. Ways that you can do that: networking. Of course, you got to network. The more people you know, different things. I know people that just got into the industry. They were networking. They just jumped under somebody's wing. Boom. Now all they do is they're traveling with celebrities, shooting their videos. So networking obviously is key. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no one perfect answer. Interning is cool for a little bit. Or let's say you are a director. One thing I do a lot for networking, let's say you're a director or something, but you don't have any signed artists or any celebrities that you've worked with. If somebody needs a gaffer for a celebrity shoot, go, right? If somebody's doing something, hey, it's an internship, it's unpaid. Now, a lot of celebrities, they like to just try to use clout and be like, exposure. Okay, cool. You just need a handful of celebrities on your portfolio to attract some more. Like we worked with CeeLo Green, everything like that. He liked the process. He saw everything that we done. That we worked with K-Camp. He was sold. Okay, so it's not always about having them on your portfolio. Once again, this is about being an expert. And over time, like I said, it'll happen. Social media is also another big tool. Some of my biggest projects, I landed a 70K reality TV show off of Instagram, the hashtag video production company. She told me, I was looking up video production companies and I saw you had this hashtag. I liked your work. You were black owned, so it was a no-brainer, right? Hashtag social media, staying consistent. A lot of influencers, celebrities, they spend a lot of time on Instagram and social media. Stay active on there, have a nice image. A lot of them, especially from that really 0 to 500,000 range, a lot of them still answer a lot of their own DMs. Or even if their manager's managing, send out messages. Once you get your portfolio to a nice point, you got a couple celebrities under your belt, you can send DMs and they'll answer it. I've sent a few DMs out, let's work, blah, blah, something. Don't approach them to be annoying. They get those messages all the time. But it's just like, hey, I really respect you. I think I could do some great work for you. If you have any new videos coming up, check my work out. Boom, something like that. These people, there's a good chance now might not always, but they can see your messages. So stay relentless with that. That's pretty much all I had on that piece, just about how to get better clients, is put in the work. obviously grind, make yourself different from everybody else. One thing I did when I started this production company is I researched everything that people hate about their videographers, their production companies. They were like, I asked them, I was like, okay, what's your biggest pain points with them? What's things you're struggling with? They're not professional. They don't have any integrity. The turnaround times are terrible. The communication is bad. I can never get in touch with them. So I was like, all right, bet this is everything that we do. We do it perfectly, right? And these people love working with us. We get repeat clients back to back to back. They keep coming. So all of that is important. So I hope all of that made sense. I wasn't like talking too fast for any of y'all. What's up, Jessica, Malcolm? I see you in here. So anybody who got questions, I know Rob, you probably have some questions for me. If y'all got questions, definitely I'm opening up the floor. Let me know if any questions y'all got. I'll answer them. Let me see. And like I said, so, and then I know, Rob, you were talking about, okay, I want to consistently get to 5 to 10,000 per client. Okay, that's doable. First off, you have to get to a point of, well, all right, if this is what I want to do, I can't be taking these, because the thing is, I can't be taking these little $750, $500 projects that, one, those clients, they say you're seeking funding as well. I'll touch on that. Let me finish this statement. So, I'm messing with these clients that are headaches. The ones without the money are the ones blowing your phone up. Where's my video? They're headaches. So you got to get out of that scarcity mindset of taking every single project and putting your efforts into that marketing, advertising, and to making sure that you can get, that you can wait for the bigger projects and you can finish your time on it. Because the thing is, if you're spending a lot of time on these small projects and you don't have the time to market and really put time towards gaining those bigger clients, you're not going to get them. So get to a point where you're on top of your finances. You don't have to live through a scarcity mindset. If it's about getting a side hustle, make sure you get all those ducks in a row so you don't have to say yes to anybody that says they got $2 and it'll get a video to you. So as far as getting funding for a production company, what I did, I straight bootstrapped it. I didn't take out any funding, but I am at a stage now where I would like to take out funding. The business is profitable, and I'm looking to possibly take out some funding to take it to the next level. It's just at a point where it makes sense, right? So as far as getting all your ducks in a row for funding, right? Once again, it's back to the trust. People with the money got to trust you. So let's say you need $50,000, right? So you got to have everything lined up in your accounting on QuickBooks, right? You got to have everything lined up with you got to show profit. You got a business. It's easy to say you want to write off everything. You got to show profit, right? People invest and they want to see, okay, this business is profiting such and such every year. I know I can get my money back every month. So you have to set up your finances for funding. You have to have a business plan. Okay, you're going to pay me my money back over the next 5 years. What are your plans to expand over the next 5 years? So you got to have that business plan. You got to have your ducks in a row. Funding, you can go through the banks or you can go through private investors, angel investors, and you just got to do the work, do the paperwork and make sure that everything looks good. If you're at a point where 50,000 will help you a lot, don't go searching for 250. Just make that make sense. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so funding, like I said, funding is good. It can help you hire employees. It can help you buy some equipment and get a studio that's going to help take you to the next level. One thing that people don't really understand, that a service business can be sold. So I've had people reach out to me already at this early stage saying, hey, we're looking to buy you out, to buy your company out. We're watching you over the next 3 years. We want to see you grow in revenue, grow in clientele, and, we'll give you cash for your company. So all of that is definitely possible. Like I said, you just got to keep your ducks in a row. Get to a point where you're working on your business, not in the business. That's something that all my business coaches say. You got to get to a point where you got your contractors lined up, because they're looking to buy everything. They were like, okay, what's your clientele like? What employees do you have? Are they good employees? That's all things they're looking at when they're saying, hey, we want to buy your company, because they're buying all of it. They're buying your clientele, they're buying your employees. So and that's, if depending on what your goals are, that can be a nice thing. So we got, what's something you struggled with in the pre-production phase when you were starting out? Pre-production as far as building a business, or pre-production per project? What do you mean about that? I'm gonna take a guess and say that you mean like when I was building a business. Some of the things per project, okay. Not doing it, preparation is everything. So, in my pre-production, I'll skip out. Sometimes I skipped out on shot planning, or I skipped out on, listing out all my equipment. You don't know how many times I got into a set and left the tripod piece at home. I was at this huge conference. I'm talking about presidents, CEOs. This is one of the projects that my business coach helped me get. Presidents, CEOs, huge companies doing an event. I was going to shoot it on a gimbal. Didn't even have the base plate for it. So that's something where I'm like, okay, the night before, doing things last minute, no. If you got a project, I'm looking 2 p.m. early the day before. Prep all your equipment, make a list, make sure you're not forgetting anything, make sure everything's charged up, because you don't, especially if you're looking to get higher paying clients. I've had some situations where they're like, I don't want to hear that. We know how much money we spent. What you mean you got to go charge back? Right? So you cannot have that. So that's one thing, is being meticulous and prepping your equipment. Also in pre-production is just consistent communication with the client, letting them know what's going on, and letting them know, all right, here's my shot list, here's my mood board, here's what's really going to happen, what it's going to look like. And it makes me much more confident going in if I plan out, if I plan out my shots, if I prep everything, have my call sheets. I don't want to just text everybody, but I'll be here tomorrow, send out a call sheet. That was some struggles that I had. That's one thing I've always done pretty well in pre-production. I've had some times where I didn't communicate with the client enough to get their vision, and didn't force information out of them. And when it got time to shoot their video, we weren't on the same page. So definitely asking all the questions, and just presenting yourself as an expert, saying, hey, I need to know this information to make your video successful. Or another thing I struggle with in pre-production is being too nice. Just letting clients be like, oh, I want to do this. I think it'll look good. And you're just like, I don't really like it, but sure, if they're paying me, let's do it. You got to get to a point where you're confident saying, no, in my experience, this does not work. Or if I know I'm just trying to make a sale because I'm in that scarcity mindset, and I know their project, it really costs like $5,000, but I told them I'll do it for $2,500, and now I'm scrambling. So that's some things that I've struggled with in pre-production. Let me make sure I haven't missed any other questions. Let's see. You said you have interns in here now. We're busily growing and scale to next level projects. Yeah, if you got any other questions, let me know. So did that answer your question about the pre-production? Just let me know. What's up, Hugh? That's my editor right there. I love that guy. He is amazing. I was just at his house earlier. We're working on some dope projects. So, but yeah, I'll open up the floor a little bit more for any questions. If not, I'm gonna close out. That was a good solid 30 minutes. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I will close out. All right, glad to know that helped. And like I said, feel free to DM me. I'm always pretty busy, but I try to get back to DMs at least in a couple of days if I can. So just let me know. Building a team, that's definitely, man, every business, that's definitely a struggle. One of the biggest struggles. Yeah, so pretty much you're on the right path with interns. My editor who's in here now, he started off as an intern. I got a production manager. She started off as an intern. So that's all good. Indeed was a good platform. And it's about, I would say, biggest thing in scaling. If you're in production, the first hire that you need to do, editor, right? You got to get an editor. That's because that's the biggest thing. We spend hours. Some videos take a week to turn around. Think about how many new clients you could bring in if you didn't have to sit there editing, because you got to shoot the video, you got to produce the video, you got to edit it. You don't have time to go get new clients to work on your business and make it better. So definitely get an editor. One of the things that I did, I set a goal. Typically you can expect companies to be making per employee about $100,000. So getting to that goal. So I was like, okay, here's my goal. Right, I'm gonna get to this revenue point. As soon as I get there, I'm hiring, and just scoping people out, working with contractors, networking. A lot of my contractors I've considered taking full time. Contractors are a big part of production. So don't be so quick to hire full time until it makes sense for you, right? To your revenue and your cash flow is there. But so quickly, like I said, working with interns, grinding to push revenue, losing sleep, and just like I said, being good and genuine to people. So one thing, I'm always trying to build culture and make sure I have a good relationship with the people I'm working with, and make sure they like working with me. Hey, are you comfortable? Is there anything that's wrong? Take a break. I don't want to overwork you. Different things like that all helps in making sure you're somebody that people want to work with. So I hope that answered your question. And just having that strategy, plan out your next few years and your priorities. So I got Eric Alexander. What's your advice to someone who's been doing music videos for $500 or $600 but trying to shoot videos in the thousands? So I'm not sure if you missed the first section of the video of this live that I did. I'm gonna post it as well. I'll briefly go over that, but I answered that. So pretty much it takes, there's levels to it. People shooting $500 or $600, they're usually shooting them by themselves. They might not have the biggest equipment. You probably are working with clients that, aren't the best clients, that don't have great visions or anything like that. So one thing that you can do is don't just take every client's concept and just run with it and say, oh, you want to shoot some videos in a city in a nice car, and then boom, that's cool. A lot of times where I can get a bigger budget out of clients is it's like, okay, you got this concept, but when I listen to the song, I hear this, and this is what we'll go into. This will be amazing. And I've had clients go from 700 to 1,000 and up to 3,000. I love this concept, whatever it takes to make it happen. So just showing them something, teaching them something, being an expert. Don't always try to take profit. Sometimes if you got $600, straight rent out. Pay a gaffer, somebody real quick, $200. Rent out a little red or a black magic camera. Take time to storyboard your project. It's like, oh, they didn't pay for that. Okay, but you need that on your portfolio, so it's got to happen one way or the other. They're giving you an opportunity to shoot something, so showcase your skill. That's how you can get bigger clients. And when people can tell, right, it just starts to happen. It just starts to happen out of nowhere. When people are looking, and it'll feel so surreal too. So when people are looking like, oh man, his videos are great, they look expensive. I've had videos that I shot on Blackmagic or DSLR. They're like, dang, did you shoot this with a red? Because I put that time into it. So definitely do that if you're looking to get to that next level. That's what you got to do, and you just got to be able to talk that talk. There's a lot that goes into videos that are worth thousands, tens of thousands. So, yep. And like I said, just look out for when I repost this. Any other questions? I see y'all got some questions coming in slow, so I'll just keep chopping up about some things. If y'all saw my post, I'm pretty sure y'all felt this a couple of times too, but right now, coming up, November, December, January is really tough. People are going on vacation. They're saving their money because they got to pay taxes. They're trying to save up for gifts, for Thanksgiving food. So they're not too concerned about production. They're like, oh, we'll just wait till 2022. So definitely make sure you're preparing your strategies to keep that cash flow for those 3 months. And whether that's saving up for the end of the year and taking off and just working on your business, that's a great strategy. Or if you're digging deep and saying, okay, it's October, I'm going to push for sales. I'm going to push for marketing and advertising. That's something that really helps. And just figuring out which clients are really working. People do documentaries year round. There's no cut off on documentary and music videos year round. You know, your corporate companies, they might cut off some stuff. Events are happening year round. So just find what it is that you can work on to make sure that, you know, that you still have work coming in, you know, for those months. And like I said, a lot of marketing and advertising takes 2-3 months to flip and work. Or maybe you meet with some people back in August, October. They're not, you know, they're looking around, they're not ready to shoot yet. They come back in November, December, like, hey, we're ready now. So put in that marketing early, you know, keep marketing, because it's going to take a little while, a couple of weeks to see that turnaround. So definitely keep that in mind. Any other questions? I think, I want to say I didn't miss anything. Rob, you said something about animation. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, always work with contractors, work closely with them, spend a lot of time talking to them so you know how they work, so you can be confident in referring them out. Any other questions before I close out? Sean Hayden, who's that? Commercial photography. Good to have y'all in here. Do y'all have any questions at all? All right, so like I said, definitely I am looking to do this weekly. I like the Thursday, this Thursday, 7 o'clock time, so I'll keep putting out posts. Like I said, I got a lot more coming, so I just want to keep sharing it with y'all, man. For my people, I'm just trying to lead, be an example, and help other people know that they can do it. They can run their own business. They can, the sky's the limit. You can do anything that you want to do. So that's my goal, just to inspire people and help, man. So stay tuning in with me, and I appreciate y'all. All right, closing out.